Okay, check, check. We're live. So it's about 3 a.m. Southern California time. We are rocking and rolling, and thought I'd go ahead and get some of this work going, get some of the parts that I'm going to need to install prepped. And I remembered um, we are in the business of prototyping and designing discontinued parts, and I think this falls under that category. This is a 2007 or '04 through '07. This bike's 20 years old. I don't think FMF is still currently making exhaust systems for this bike. I could be mistaken, but even if they were or weren't, some of these replacement parts here, sometimes you can only get them if you buy a brand new exhaust system, a complete exhaust system. Those specific parts are going to be the header flange, the header coupling, the it's like a backing ring. I think I forget retainer, collar. Ooh, and I bumped into the camera again. And then also, I'm not 100% sure. We will see. These brackets on the cans are pretty bent, and so I have another model. It also looks like somebody welded it. That definitely doesn't look factory. Um, so I have the 2006. I think the sub range are the same. So I'm going to take a look. I think this might be missing like a collar or a bushing. So that's another part. And then I think I'm going to make it a whole kit. It'd be all these components for the header pipe, and then basically the coupling here for the muffler body. Need to make these, and I was trying to see if I could get this one off right here, but it's pretty seized. Maybe in a couple hours I'll try smacking with the hammer. But I also noticed that the mid body or the mid pipe is cracked right here, and then also on the underside where this bracket is. So we'll see. It looks like this thing's been flipped a couple times, so we may not actually install the uh, the exhaust system in this video because I kind of want to document some of these parts. I need to take some measurements. Then more than likely, these look like steel, probably cheap. Maybe we'll do that. The better version would be stainless steel. These parts right here are aluminum. These could probably be made in aluminum to keep it light, corrosion resistant at the same time for the most part. Uh, and then this coupling here, this looks like it's a carbon steel. This right here, stainless steel might be a nicer option, more corrosion resistant. But nonetheless, I want to see if we can get this bike kind of going. Let's see here. Let's see, what am I working on? I have no idea. So I kind of want to work on, let's see. So I have some random parts. The bracket, engine bracket. So upper cylinder mounting bracket. Might be a good angle. Okay, let's try that. So, see, you got numbers on it. R for right, L for left. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put this little bracket right here. It's going to go on the cylinder, having the facing downwards position. Nice. Okay, so pretty straightforward. We're going to torque this lower one here to 54 newton meters, and then these upper ones here to 34 newton meters. Looks like a 12 and a 14. 12, 14. Alright, grab. Let's see. Where is my 3-inch extension? Put it right here, just in case. Okay. So I'm just going to snug everything up first. Okay. Snugged up. Okay, looks like a 12 and a 14 on the other side as well. Go 54 newton meters. Do this too. Nope. And about 50 foot-pounds, I'm going to leave it right there. Or 50 newton meters, should I say. Alright, let's try the uppers. And about 31 newton meters. About 32. That should be fine. I'm going to go kind of here more. No, it's a 32. I don't want to over torque them. Oh, it's okay. Alright, so let's see, am I ready to put the subframe in yet? Oh no. So let's go ahead and finish up all the other little things. So let's see, well actually, before we work on the subframe, let's try this. Hold on. So I bought this. Okay, so can I work on this side? Kind of a shitty angle still, huh? Whoa. Alright, hold on. Setting up the camera. Alright, Tits McGee. Let's go ahead and get that muffler in the background right there. Yeah. Okay. So, what am I doing? We're doing a lot of things. Let's go ahead and put that plug in. Let's put that plug in. Let's go ahead and let's pull that plug out. So that's need a 8mm. With a power wash if you can. RTB. Alright, kind of. The original plug was broken. Looks like somebody over torqued it. Fortunately, the threads were good and the original came right out. So we got a replacement here. Okay, I like the way that looks. Didn't fuck it up too much. Okay, so new plug is 90087-KW3-000. And that's what the original looks like. It's broken. And it's O-ring. Yep, right hand timing plug. It's going to be 91305-KF0-003. So we're just going to go ahead and kind of temporarily install parts here. Keep the junk out of the engine while we let it sit for about another week. Okay. Okay. Good enough for right now. And we'll also go ahead and replace the rocker shaft plug. I don't know, it looks like, I wonder if I should have recommended replacing this one, but looks to be okay or good enough. Its replacement O-ring part number is 91303-377-000. Okay. Old O-ring off. Over the parts cleaner. And the surface doesn't look too bad. I think it should be good enough. Oh no. Will be an issue? No, I don't think it'll be. Alright, finger tight for the moment. We're going to have to take that off anyways. And that one last thing is the transmission oil check bolt, oil level check bolt. Let's see if we can get a slightly. I don't think there's going to be a better angle on it with the current setup. Kind of see it right there. So I went ahead and tapped it out to 1/4 inch by 20, so I didn't have to put a time cert in it. Save the owner of the bike a little bit of money by one less thread repair or extensive or custom thread repair. We just went ahead and drilled it out to the appropriate size, which it was pretty much 90% there, and then just went ahead and carefully tapped it. And we're going to go ahead and hook it up and put an ARP bolt. What is this? 1/4 inch by 20. It's just under 1/2 inch. I think it should be just shy enough where I shouldn't have to worry about it hitting anything in there. Let's see. So, yeah, that's how much you have there. You have quite a bit, about double Let's cut one of these open. Alright, and the cool thing, the reason why I went with an ARP is because it has this 12-point head on it, so I figured, you know, your average person hopefully shouldn't mess with it. And boom, perfect. Sealing plug fits on just fine. Spray a little bit of oil for good luck. And we'll temporarily put it in because we're going to go ahead and fill the oil level right now through this hole. But I just wanted to fill that. That's pretty nice. Nice little stainless steel ARP fastener with a 12-point head on it. Perfect for indicating that it's a check bolt and not like a retention fastener. It doesn't really hold anything down or anything. It's just check the transmission oil level. All right, nice. One less thing to worry about. Okay, and I think we're going to go ahead and, hold on, I want to mess with one more thing. Okay, so what we're messing with, I'm going to go ahead and attach these coolant pipes here. Looks like, let's see. Showed it actually kind of going like that. So then you can, so you got the service manual, so you can actually like check the oil. They're not really that bad. Okay. Just a little bit of grease. And let's see what position this clamp was in before. loose for a second. I forget. Why did I loosen these? I loosened the radiator mounts, it appears. Yeah, Honda 450. Last week I got a KTM. Very fun bike readings from the Netherlands. Oh heck yeah, we got people from the Netherlands joining. And Miki815 negative. I actually took a nap this afternoon. I that's why I don't know. Probably didn't catch the one of the other streams, but I said this is the second shift. We're doing the night shift. Basically, it's so hot right now in Southern California. I can't even work a full day, even when I wake up in the morning. By the afternoon, I'm done. So took a nap, woke up, and now we're back at it. I am pounding the cold brew coffee. It's too hot coffee right now. All right, put a little bit of blue Loctite. These radiators need to be replaced, but they hold coolant. Fuck it. Okay. I think that should be the blue Loctite. Okay. Tits McGee. Let's go ahead and torque some of these things up now that the radiator is in place. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and torque them all. These are all kind of loose anyways. I like to put the clamp back into its original position. So now here's kind of funky. Okay. Okay. That's all the radiator hoses. Minus the elbow pipe here. Alright, so elbow pipe O-ring is 91312-KE7-003. I'll spray a little bit of oil on that one too. Just kind of slip it over. Bam. So, same thing on this one. Just a little bit of grease. Then your cylinder head. Put a drop of anti-seize on the bolt threads. And let's see here. Okay. Fuck you. Alright. Yeah. Nicely torqued. Now what? Let's go ahead and engine oil, engine oil drain bolts. Let's see. Yeah. All right. Okay, so this is the transmission drain plug here. So the common mistake, and I've probably said it throughout this entire series, is everybody confuses this is the transmission drain plug. There's typically a stick right here. There's some remnants of it, but this is the transmission. And this bottom one here, next to this RTV from the engine being rebuilt, it appears. This lower one is actually the engine oil, and I don't know if we'll be able to show that. Kind of, yeah. It's right there. Alright, cool. Alright, we'll put a new aluminum drain plug washer. It's an 8mm. And I believe that is going to be a 12mm. Click, click. Okay. And pretty much same thing. The drain hole, it's kind of long, but that's what they Honda put on it. Alright, and this bike's been sitting with the drain plugs out for like probably over a month now. Click, 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 click. Alright, cool. Alright, nice. So, how do we do this now? Okay, let's fill up the engine oil, or transmission oil, should I say. Okay, and I think, is that a standard or, let's see, hopefully I have, fuck, do I even have something that'll fit that? I don't even know if I have anything that'll fit that. I just installed hardware that I don't have a tool for. What do I? Let's see. In my other kit? I think in my other kit I do. Okay. So, ooh, it's kind of nasty in there. You don't necessarily have to take this out, this one right here, because there's a fill plug right here. But if you kind of, just want to get an idea of where the oil stands, you kind of peek through there. But basically, you want to fill it up 700 cc's until oil starts coming out that check hole. And we're just going to use some basic 4-stroke engine oil. That's literally what goes in both holes. There's no special blend of oil. So we're just going to throw some 10W40 Kawasaki oil in it. Careful, you gotta go through those clutches. Let's see. I don't see it yet. Okay. It's not pouring out the engine anywhere, is it? No, not yet. Let's pour some more in there. Oh, there it is. I see it starting to trickle its way over. Let's keep filling it up. And not quite there, almost. We'll see it start coming out of this hole right here. Probably another couple cc's. Alright. Let's pop open the freshie. Oh, shit. Overfilled it. Sheesh. Heck yeah. Taking that oil. Okay. Let's give it a second. I didn't think it was going to need that much. Just kept taking it. And we'll just let this sit until it stops. Once it decides to. But do you like to keep it just a little bit above the line? So you know what I'm going to do? Keep it like right, because it's about to hit the line right now. I mean, if you pour enough to where it comes out of here, I think that's too much. Okay. That sucks. I don't have, I gotta go check my other toolbox. I may, then it's gonna kind of leak. Okay. So there's transmission oil in there now. And we'll eventually come back to that. Okay, so let's do the other side. Let's go ahead and put some engine oil. How do I do that? Let's see here. Okay, same. This one has a dipstick though, so it makes it a little easier. Cut that off really quick. Okay, how much oil do I pour in? I don't know. Enough. I think it's like 1 point something, 1.1, 0.9. Let's try that. Seems like bone dry. We're about halfway on there. Ooh, fucking perfect. Alright, so there's engine oil, transmission oil. Let's see, I don't see anything leaking just yet. If it is leaking, I will let the owner of the bike know. Why is there RTV all over this fucking thing? Is there like a crack? It's probably a fucking crack watch. And it's sealing, but okay. So that's enough oil for what I like to do. Good enough for right now. Let's go ahead and put this ignition coil stick in there. Bam. Okay. I can go ahead and hang out. Okay. Coolant? I think we can put coolant up in this thing. Coolant time. Set the clutch adjustment. Okay. We'll probably come back to the clutch adjustment when it's time for the basic tune-up aspect. Let's go ahead and just throw a little bit of coolant in here. Okay. Alright. Let's throw with Honda coolant. Throw some Yamaha coolant in it instead. These radiators are fucking bad. Okay. Where's the 8mm? See if there's anything residual in here. Oop. Nope. Empty. Alright, we'll go ahead and replace the drain plug washer. water. Perfect. Oh shit. Almost dropped my fucking phone inside the coolant. Whew. That would have been no bueno. Holy cow. Saw my life flash before my eyes there right now. Am I supposed to live stream without an iPhone? Okay. Ooh. Old coolant smells like shit. Yikes. Alright. Oh, there we go. There we go. Alright, so this is the bleed procedure on the 250R. You're going to rock the bike. Oh, did you hear it? Bam, just like that. So to bleed the air system, you basically tilt the bike left and right about 15 to 20 degrees. Sounds like it's just about there, but that first initial gulp, I could hear the air bubble boop go out and the coolant shoot down. Alright, and just like that, we should be topped off. And of course, once we fill the system completely, or get it nice and warm, let it cycle, do a couple of heat cycles, we'll go ahead and double check the coolant level, but I expect it to be just fine. Provided there's no leaks, the cap keeps pressure, and all that stuff keeps pressure. should be good to go. So I don't see it pissing coolant just yet. It's always a good sign. No coolant from the head gasket. No coolant from there. Let's see. The biggest thing is usually, like, I'll notice sometimes the radiators will start leaking after I put coolant in them. And, you know, it wasn't something that was obvious until, you know, we changed the coolant, did a coolant flush on it. But we shall see. Let's see, what else do we need to do? What the heck did I do with the cap for this thing? Nope. That's trash. Okay. So I'll make sure there's no, like, coolant coming out of any obvious places. Here's the leak hole. Drain plug looks tit. I don't see the radiators leaking just yet. Oh, we should probably tighten up those right there. Looks like that's going to be an 8mm. A little bit of blue. Radiators may not hold coolant, but at least we don't have to worry about them falling off. Kind of. Alright. A little bit of blue. Okay. Fucking A. I like it. Alright, what else? So I don't want to put the header just yet because I'm R&D'ing some replacement parts on it. Ooh, I know something. I was gonna put new grips on it. Gotta put new grips and gotta install that carburetor. Where's that carburetor at? Carburetor's around here somewhere. Let's take a look. I don't know. I'm almost ready for a break. I'm ready for breakfast. Oh, some fucking bacon. Alright, cool. So I got some grips. I'm gonna throw some of these bad boys on. I love these grips right here. These are like the best grips I've ever ridden with. They feel amazing on a dirt bike. ATV, I'd get something a little, maybe a different compound. I don't think they make those for ATVs, but on a dirt bike, fucking amazing. So here's our rebuilt carburetor, fresh to death. I think we can go ahead and, let's see. Oh, we didn't put a sticker on it. Son of a bitch, we gotta put a sticker on it. It's not official unless we put stickers all over our customer's bike. Like that one. Kinda wanna make like a better one, something like they're like gel filled and they stick up a little bit further, but I'm gonna throw one of those on the carburetor as well. Let's see. take a look at this throttle assembly here. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. The exhaust, grips, carburetor is pretty much the main one. And then we'll pretty much be finished here in a couple minutes. And that'll be it until next week when well, that and the exhaust, of course. But besides those things, that'll be it until next week when the rocker shaft comes in, rocker arm, and then we can go ahead and finish up this project here. Okay. So, throttle cables. I think how I usually do it is, okay. Nice. All right. We're probably going to want to hook up the carburetor first. Shoot, I gotta clean up my work area. Got quite a bit going on. Yep. So I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of clean up the work area a tad bit. Kind of think about breakfast, bacon, eggs, maybe even hash browns. That sounds delicious right now. And more coffee. Oh. And I want to start. Oh, fuck! I wish we had that rocker arm. Man, I'm ready. I'm ready for a ride. It's always fun when you build something to ride it. Okay, we're gonna come back to these grips. Just gonna clean this area up. We got too much going on. All right. Yep. Dirt's cool. Let's see. We're gonna need the breaker bar. Don't believe so. Not at the moment. Everything else can probably be ratcheted. It's under 20 foot-pounds of torque, if I'm not mistaken. And it doesn't need super precise control. Let's see. Probably put the shifter shaft back on too. That'd be another. Put the shifter shaft back on. Yeah. Incredible amount of tools. Ugh. Let's was an 8. Still missing my 10 and 11 quarter-inch. Let's see what else could we. The subframe. That's another one that I wanted to mess with, so I can clean the air box before I slap the carburetor on. And because I already have everything's disconnected, it should only take like 3 bolts to have that fucker off. Okay. Oh man, breakfast. Still need some of these. Let's see, those look like 12s. This is trash. This is chassis hardware, carburetor. Let's move this out of the way. RTV maybe for the mid pipe, the header to the mid pipe, because it's fucking looser than some things in life, which will not be talked about. Nothing I've experienced though. All right. Shifter. That goes there. This is miscellaneous hardware. So whenever you're doing this kind of stuff, especially when you got like multiple bikes, multiple projects, small work area, and the biggest thing too is it's just always changing. You know, you think it's gonna work, you know, like the rocker arm, for example, and then it just doesn't fucking work. And you're back to square one, changing the ETA of project completion. All right. Keep that on standby. This thing had some Mickey Mouse exhaust springs too. Looks like a garage door spring of some sort. Not a big deal. And exhaust components can go over here. Okay, cool. And this is the miscellaneous, the parts that we will need in about a week. Okay. Here's our carburetor. Fucking out of Zen. About to be out of coffee. Let's put some of this stuff away. Fuck, I think I'm locked in. Get all this trash out of the way. Should need no more master blaster. I think most of the fasteners at this point have been removed and cleaned. Anything else is going to be chassis or additional work at this time. Are we putting fairings? No, we're not doing that right now either. Right. Okay. Hardware actually. Doing this, there's 2 screws in here, it looks like. Or only one. Okay, maybe it only had one, I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. This thing had all sorts. Maybe I just threw it away because it was damaged. But this thing has had a bunch of Mickey Mouse hardware. The original parts. Exhaust gasket. So either once again I somehow misplaced them, or I mean I'm pretty sure the throttle was attached when it came here. So I don't know what the fuck I did with that. Sheesh. Okay. And we got a new hot start assembly. Let's go ahead and see what the hot start assembly looks like. Part number is 16019-MEB-671 for future reference when I'm doing this stuff, or for when I show videos to people. So let's see here. Okay. Clutch adjustment cable. Okay, hot start. Hot start engaged. Nice. Alright. So the throttle cable. So at this point now, probably be a good time to take off the subframe. Air filter is pretty clean, not too bad. Take out the subframe. I do want to clean out the air box here. Get this prepped. And let me see, I'm going to have to remove this really quick. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull off the subframe here. Shoot, I think we're almost out of parts to put on this thing. Pretty much what, those new grips. And I think that's it. New grips and the amount of parts to put on this thing. That's cool. With the exception of, the other rocker arm that's coming in. Let's go ahead and put on that shifter shaft really quick. Actually, a little bit of anti-seize on these ones too, because those shifters, it's a good shifter, just these aluminum shifters, the metal, it's not as tough. Aluminum isn't as tough as steel, so after a while they stretch and they need to be tightened. So putting a little bit of anti-seize kind of helps keep those threads looking good. Okay. Let's see what else. Why's that loose? It doesn't look right. No, it's tight. Oh well. Okay. Let's try out this subframe. Okay. And we'll pull this off right here. Bam. Oh. Okay. Subframe assembly removed. Okay, so just as I suspected, I don't think the shock, yeah, the whole shock doesn't have to come off, but you have to loosen up the top mount, pull it back, and then it just makes it a little bit easier. I mean, you can kind of, can you fish it in from? Yeah, you'll fight it doing it this way. Goes in from that way. Yeah, carburetor's a pretty intense job on this one too. Can be. It went like this, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere kind of like the same route as the throttle cables, I thought, on the inside of the frame. Let's see. Fix this electrical tape right here. Electrical tape looks like it's a little shot out. Just gonna run low on battery life and calories. Battery life and calories. Let's see. Whoa. Alright, what am I doing? Connecting. Just working on the bike, I guess, at this point. There we go. Something like that. Perfect. Let's see. I think just that little section of electrical tape and should be good. Connectors look like they're okay. As long as it doesn't hit the exhaust, it should be good. Okay. Oh crap, we're about to lose power. No! This has been going a little too hard. Let's see here. No. Okay. Alright, so we're going to install the carburetor insulator or the rubber boot. One side only goes on one way. This is going to be the carb side. It says right here, carb up, and then it has the part number. Part of it says FCR at the bottom. Heck yeah. Okay. There we go. Stickers for everything. Alright, cool. Now, I think I'm almost ready for some bacon. Let's see. Alright. So, it goes like that, like right over the top of the cylinder head, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Top assembly. Let's hope I got the tuning right the first time. And putting the carb in and out on this bike is actually kind of, it's a little bit of a bitch. Almost easier if you take the whole fucking rear shock out. Am I sure I didn't do that? Fuck it. If I didn't do it before, I'm going to do it now. I don't feel like fighting this. Yeah, it's just easier to take the whole shock out if you want to do the carburetor. Okay. Trying to forget the hot start too at some point. It's a bitch. Oh, how do I usually do this? I know it's hard, but I usually do this. Hold on. Is I supposed to put the choke hot start in? No. Oh, if only this frame wasn't in the way. Hold on. So this is the reason why the original one was all messed up. So you gotta hold it in a certain position. And if the 14 doesn't work, grab some needles. The positioning of this thing is a bitch. There you go. You gotta be smarter than the hot start plunger. That's the whole trick. Okay, not too tight, or kind of be like the last guy that worked on it and fucking break that thing off. Nice. So now fuck yeah. One carburetor. And the battery's about to die. Oh wow, would you look at that? Dang, sheesh. This thing looks good. Okay. Wow. I impress myself sometimes. Okay. That goes like that. Okay, so tie up here to keep these cables from touching the exhaust. Rear shock bushings look okay. Rear shock iron. Looks okay. Bumper's still intact, a little dry rotted, a little dirty. Doesn't look like it's leaking though. Did I put the wrong one? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that still gives us access to make a carburetor adjustment if necessary. Cool. Everything should be nice and good on the carburetor there. Perform its jetting. Whoo! I'm excited. Alright, what else? What else we gotta do? Guess we can go ahead and slap in these bolts. Put a little bit of grease. Make sure it's in the slot. Oh, whoops. That's for the lower mount. Oh, I just realized something. Look at that. There's no fucking threads left on the shock bolt. Alright, so I need more money so we can fix the fucking shock. Hopefully they still make this bolt. Hopefully this isn't discontinued. So I guess note to self. I wonder if it still torques. Is it good enough for a test drive still? Oh yeah, this thing is fucked. And it goes on. This one's okay. Go go ahead and put a little bit of medium strength. And for torque spec, we're just going to use some Ugga-Duggas. Make sure the slot is in the backside. Yep. Alright, that's about half a Ugga-Dugga. Okay, so this one right here, that's the only one that's not connected. And I should be able to get the air box into there still. So man, what a bitch. Well, I guess it's a good thing. You find, I mean, I already have this out, but I'm surprised I just noticed it. But that's how it is. Sometimes you're more focused on the other 10 million issues. And I think we're about ready to take a break. Let's see, this is nice. I don't see any oil on the stator cover here. Nice and clean. Drain plugs look good. Let's see, no coolant leaks. Oh. Yeah, I think that's almost it. So bike still needs a little bit of work. I think we're almost at a standpoint right now. Let's see, I'm not going to fully torque this down because, if I'm not mistaken, ooh, okay, yeah, maybe, yeah, we won't finalize this part just yet because to get the cam chain tensioner in, I think I have to pull this carburetor back out slightly. Let's see. We got this. Maybe we'll leave. We could put up the throttle cables, I guess. Actually, one of these throttle cables were supposed to go underneath the frame. I have them routed up on top. I think I messed up on that right now. That's not a big deal. I can just correct it up from the top. Let's see. Hot start. Hot start is in. Okay, we got hot start. I'll make an adjustment for the test ride on the clutch. So this looks like a Honda or a Yamaha adjuster. Tricky. We'll fuck it down a little bit. I'm about to run out of battery right now, so can't finalize that just yet. Still waiting on those parts. Go ahead and put that like that. Okay. Yeah. So I think now just at this point too, with the exception of the exhaust. Finalize that exhaust after I get my measurements, and then let's see the subframe here. I'm gonna go ahead and clean that air box. Air filter looks, I mean, it's a little dusty. I should probably clean it. Ugh. Ooh, I wonder if this should be replaced actually. This thing's kind of scary looking. That looked a little bit better than that. I mean, it's not too bad, I guess. This looks like an OEM air filter right here, not aftermarket. I think it's just a little dirty from sitting out. I don't think it's ever seen the dirt. Probably was replaced when they did the top end on the bike, and then it's just been sitting for who knows how long, probably. Alright, so very important, since we did a fresh top end, can't have all that nastiness inside there. We need this air box clean enough that you could eat out of it if you want to. So we'll probably end up doing that. Is this thing fucking broken? No, I don't see any cracks in the subframe. No, looks good. Alright, yep, I think we're just going to clean this right here, do a nice little degreasing on it. And then I think that'll be it. This thing's fucking nasty. You probably just let it sit. It's not going to hurt anything. Let that sit like that. Or use the heavy duty stuff. Let this sit while we go eat some bacon. Alright. There we go. That should be good. Alright, cool. So I think we're about break time. Yeah, I think we're about break time. We only got about 2%, 1%. Yep, that's it. Alright, guys. Thanks for hanging out, following along on the project CRF250R engine rebuild. Yeah, I think it's practice time. Alright, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Hit that subscribe button. Follow, share this video with all your friends, and catch you in a couple hours.